Hello and early happy new year. Oh my goodness, I'm so delighted to be here spending part of New Year's Eve with you. If you can hear me, give me a big thumbs up. Oh my goodness. You see, I have a little bling. I think this year I'm going to go for a little more bling. Hey, 70 and getting blinged out at 70. Oh my goodness, who is here? Hey, IMG is saying hello, hello. Shara Mills is saying hello. Hey, hey. Amy, my sister in love, is saying hello and greeting us. Oh my goodness. Woo. Well, how are all of you doing? I am going to have a special treat for you today. I hope if I'm able to get posted, I posted a video. It was supposed to get posted this morning, but I had technical difficulties and I just couldn't get the video posted until a little while ago. But you want to go and check out this video. It's of Lindy, who is a 75-year-old woman living in her van, and she shares some of the hard truths about what she has experienced while living in her van. And I think it's going to be very informative. But not only that, she shares what some of the horrific bureaucracy rules she has had to encounter. I mean, you just wouldn't believe it. And hopefully she's going to be on here live. So I am going to drop a link and hopefully she will be here soon. But let me go over, put on my glasses so I can see you all, you beautiful folks, and greet every one of you. Oh my goodness. So I already said hello to IMG, Shara, Amy, my sister-in-law. Hey, hey, Stacy at Simply C. Keeping up with Colorado. Oh, great. You guys can hear me because sometimes I'm going for a little while and no one can even hear me. Oh my goodness. Dogs are the best friends. That's for sure. I got my cuddles here in the van with me. Stacy says bling is always good. I know. I saw this on a little road trip we just got back from in one of those truck stops. I wish I bought a couple other colors now, but I'm so cheap that even buying this one took me a minute to try and decide. But Esther Stevens, hello, Esther. How are you? Oh, you're here. Lindy's awesome van adventure is here. So let me go ahead and drop this link. Oh my gosh, I hope I don't cut us off at the very beginning of the live. Okay, I'm going to try this and see if I can't get it down here and see if I can't get it posted. Paste. What do you know? I think I'm becoming an expert at pasting. Oh my goodness. So it is down here. It is so Lindy, hit that stream that the link that I put down there under my name, Glorious Life on Wheels, and I will bring you up from the basement. Oh my goodness. Hey, I know. I got to show this off. This is a blanket that my sister-in-law Amy made for me and gave it to me over the holidays. Isn't that beautiful? She said it's so that I can have something warm while those evenings when I'm sitting out with folks. So I love this blanket. Isn't it beautiful? Oh my goodness. Yep. You're right, Amy. I got your blanket here in my van and it's traveling with us. Oh my goodness. Oh, Nora, Arcuda 2001. Nora, oh my goodness. We got your package. Oh my goodness. We have it. Nora, oh my goodness. Not only is she a great artist, a fabulous, fantastic artist, but she is an amazing baker and cook. She sent us some biscotti last Christmas. And you know how you have something and it's so good, you don't want it to be gone. So when we got down to the last couple of ones, we would break them in half and eat them a little piece and try and make them last. But of course they couldn't last. They were too good. Thank you so much, Nora. Oh, we haven't eaten them yet. We're saving them for this evening. We're going to have them with some hot chocolate. Oh, I'm just tasting those homemade biscotti now. Oh my goodness. Um, Lindy is here, and hello, Lindy. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes.
Okay, I'm going to say give just a couple more minutes saying hello to people because I think you have to go to work today. Okay, so
Yeah,
I'm just
I
going to.
have to go to work. Yeah. So just say
Okay,
hello, to everybody. We have an hour. It's not till 4. So
okay, all right. So, I uh Rook. Okay, Rook is in the house. Good vibes. Well, thank you. And again, thank you, Nora, and my special sister in love, Amy. Hey, Donna Isaacs is in the house. Linda, currently in Texas, saying Happy New Year. Happy New Year to everyone. Hey, Pam, Adventurous Spirit 66, saying hello. Annie and Spence saying Happy New Year. Hello, Lisa Shippard. Hello is here. Simply C is what's Jessica up to today? Well, Jessica is at an amusement park with her little boy. I call him a little boyfriend, but he's in his 20s, early 20s. But with her little boyfriend, they're over at the amusement park. He wanted to stay till late tonight because they're having fireworks, but I said no. We're 6 hours is enough. They don't need to be. Plus, it's pretty cold, and I do not want either one of us getting sick. You know, so that was a. I guess I'm the Grinch mom, but hey, Redheaded Riding Hood is in the house. Jay Wright from Texas is in the house. Oh my goodness. Julie Hansen. Uh, uh, Amy, I hope you had a lovely time with Carol. You know what? I had the best Christmas ever with both of my brothers, um, my nephew and niece. It was just, it was bittersweet because my other niece passed in February. So this was all of our first Christmas without her. So, but her presence was there. We just felt her presence. So it's a new normal, a new normal. But it was a wonderful Christmas. Simply C says, I'm watching two G boys. Oh, okay, two grandbabies. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Well, I am going to be going over here. Grand boys. Oh, 3 and 7. Okay. So you're taking them to the park so they'll get a little tired. Oh my goodness. Keeping Colorado says just hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you. So hey, Stella's got it. Hello. And I've got Susan Michelle. Hey, hello. CTV is saying hi. Oh my goodness, so many people in the house. Kathleen Donahue and Denise Kinney. Oh my goodness. Well, I am going to, hey, Miss Net. I am going to go over. If I've missed you, I will hopefully come back and be able to personally wish you a happy new year. But while I've got Lindy on here, I don't want to lose a minute of the time with her. Lindy, I was hoping to get the video of you posted early this morning, but I just had technical difficulties. They wouldn't load, and then it said it was pending, but I finally got it up. So there's a video. I don't know if you've had a chance to see it or not, Lindy.
I saw it, but I thought I was on the live waiting. So I said, hi, everybody. And I was just waiting, watching the video. And I'm like, I don't think this is right. I went to it 3 times thinking I was on the live. And I found the live. I'm like, okay. Silly me.
Oh, well, Lindy, you live in your van full time, correct?
Right.
And you are 75 and you're working in order to help make ends meet. Is that correct?
Correct.
Now, I wanted you to share a little bit about in the video. We're not going to go over everything because a lot of it's in the video, but some of it is not. There are people who are some people who are being forced into van life. And
right.
I want to talk maybe to a lot of those folks who are being forced into alternative living options that they would not have chosen but for finances. And one of the things people always say is get solar. But you were talking about how solar is, you found it's not that reliable. Can you explain that?
Well, number one, solar has temperature constrictions. So anything over, say, 103, it stops charging. Anything below 32, it stops charging, whether you have
Well, there's
sun or
some
not.
there's some lithium that will go down to 4 degrees.
That's not what I have right now, but that's what I'm dealing with.
Okay.
So the other thing is, in the winter, you have cloudy days. We've had rain for 3 days now. No solar, no
Mm-hmm.
charging. I think
Right.
it's getting 5 watts. Okay,
Oh
that doesn't
my.
recharge. So my whole plan was to just use solar to cook with. I have 250-watt cooking fry pans, all this stuff.
Mhm.
And you can't do it because you can't recharge your solar for the next day because you still have nighttime where you get no solar too. So looking at it and investing in it, it is good. It's a good product. So I'm not putting solar down. What I'm saying is you can't depend on solar for your energy. It is unreliable because it's what the weather is like outside.
Well, let me make a correction. You're right in that if you have bad weather, it's a challenge. You can have it hooked up to your vehicle, the only where you can turn your engine on. The problem with that is that it's very expensive because with
Right.
gas being the prices that they are, if you don't have solar for several days and you have to run your engine in order to charge your solar, and you let's say a tank in my van is over $100. So for me
Correct.
to charge my solar without any light and go through a tank, I would go through $100 a tank. And living on Social Security, that's not so I can't afford to do that. $100, just charge it. So
Correct.
what you're saying is that there are limitations, and don't think that because you have solar, everything will be fine.
That's
Correct?
what I'm saying. I'm running my engine right now to do my small solar unit to charge it
Okay.
up. And my big
Okay.
one is, I can't charge it through the car. But I'm looking at that a small generator of 1,000 to 1,400 watts, less than 500, gasoline or propane, is actually the perfect fit for this. It
But
will recharge your solar.
the problem is with that, there are other challenges with that. One is you cannot have that inside, the unit, the generator inside.
That's
And
right.
so in order to have it, you have to usually have a tow thing or a rack on your back of your
That's
vehicle, which is
correct.
additional expense. But also you have to make sure you've got that secure because those things are stolen like crazy.
Yeah.
So
I mean, the expense of it, I'm looking at all that and I'm saying, well, that's not really the right thing. Uh, yeah, I can get a small one. I can put
mhm,
it inside, but when I run it, I have to put it outside.
right,
And I
right,
can run it outside. I can chain it to maybe a wheel without having to buy the tow unit. I'm going through all the pluses and the cons of getting a small unit. Again, you're looking at expense and how long are you going to be in the van? I mean, what exactly are you doing in the van? I've been in it a year and a half. Am I going to be in it another 2.5 years? Now, that investment can always pass on to my children, and
right,
it's an asset. So it's not like I'm wasting money,
right.
but
But
do I want to do that?
so what you're saying is there are things that you really have to check out
Correct.
thoroughly before going into, because you think that one thing will work, but you really need to do your due diligence and check it out to make sure. Could you speak a little bit also about I know how crazy some of the bureaucracies are on providing assistance to seniors or anyone, in fact. But you were talking in the video about how you make $8 too much in order to qualify for food stamps.
Correct.
And the systems that you think might be there to help you, such as housing, you were told that if you work, you don't qualify for housing. But
Well, it's not exactly that. I was on a lottery. The first time I tried to get low income housing, they were putting up a new unit in my town, and they had
okay,
a lottery because so many people were applying. I was number 6 in the lottery. So I got I had the sixth opportunity to get an apartment. And I was living in my van
Mhm.
and at KFC, working at KFC. And at the time, they said, okay, we'll figure your rent because they included my KFC salary. And they
Mhm.
said it's going to be $838, something around that range. I said, that's not low income. That's more expensive than some of the a place I'm looking at right now, which was $485.
Mhm.
And they said, well, your percentage is based on how much money you're making. And of course, you can't quit work because that's illegal, because that means you're quitting work to get low income housing. You have to be out of work 6 months. So I then lose my position in, for this house and wait 6 months. And then I have to wait 2 years, 1 to 2 years before I can get into another place.
So
So
it sounds like a crazy system. So if you're working, even here's the thing, the guidelines they have for how much money you can have, you're still at the poverty level. So
I'm below the poverty level.
but I'm saying, even when you're below the poverty level, they want you to be below that. And then when you get, when you, and if you're then below that, if you've been working any time in the previous 6 months, you're not eligible. So
Right.
you have to, so let's say a person can't make it on their Social Security, which many people can't. So you have a job. So they're saying, in order to give you housing, you have to, for 6 months, figure out how to survive on an unsurvivable amount of money. God knows
Correct.
what you would do or where you would live. So for 6 months, and after that, I mean, it's insane. It's
And
absolutely
after that,
insane.
I get in line, and it might take a year or two to get into a place. They're
So
not
you have to
qualified.
give up. So if you have to give up your job for 6 months, and then perhaps wait another year to 2 years. So that means you would have to go perhaps a year and a half or more living not only on sub poverty level, but sub poverty level, where you wouldn't have enough for food, gas, anything.
That's right.
That's
That's right.
insane. It's a system that is, it's the more I learn about the system, the more it seems that it's designed to keep people dependent, because if you gain just a little bit of a foothold to try and climb out, they pull the rug from under you, and you're worse off than before.
That's right. Right.
That is
And now,
insane.
in low income housing, you have to understand who lives in low income housing. I had a friend live there, and it's very dangerous for seniors because you have people who have mental issues and don't take their medication, and some
Mhm.
become very violent, and you could be in their way. There's yelling, there's screaming. It's dangerous in some of the low income housing for anybody, much less a senior.
Here's the, I really think more and more, truly, I believe the solution to a lot of this is for, you know, for seniors to band together and develop their own communities, where
Yes.
whether you're living in small, tiny homes, whether you're living, but to pool resources and to have communal living, where maybe everyone doesn't have a kitchen, but you have maybe a central kitchen, maybe a central shower, you have toilet facilities in wherever you're living. But I really think it's at the point where, in order to even survive, people are going to have to live in community. And that's one of the things I love about van life, is that this community, people in this community really help each other. If someone finds out about a need, they help them. But I am just, could you share about what happened when you were going through your cancer treatments and the challenge you faced?
Well, during my cancer treatments, I was diagnosed on the same scan for two different cancers, breast cancer and kidney cancer.
Oh my
So
gosh.
I had to have two major surgeries within a 6 month period. And I was working at KFC. You have to have radiation for 6 to 8 weeks every single day at the exact same time every day. And they create a mold for you, and you have to be there exact every single day. You can't miss a day.
Okay.
Well, it was in another city. and I had to pay gas to go every day, and it was expensive.
So it was
So
about you're
I
saying it was about maybe 15 or 20 or something dollars a day, or because your
20
van gets
about 20 to 30 maybe a day.
because you get
Um,
10 miles per gallon in your van.
yeah. So
Okay.
I get 10 to 14.
Okay.
So so I have a job at KFC, and they are refusing to allow me time off at the same time every day to go have these treatments.
Mm-hmm.
So I had to quit. And I had a very good doctor and a very good system. And I told her, I said, I'm not going to take these treatments because I can't afford the gas. And American Cancer refused to help me because they said I wasn't a third or fourth stage cancer patient. Now, the people I was working with, they go, we've never heard of that. They always help. I said, well, they
So you
wouldn't
were
help me.
first and second stage.
I
So in
mean, I
other
was in
words, you had
first
to
and
be
second stage.
almost to die before they would help you.
That's right. That's basically what they were saying to me. So my doctor has people who donate cards, like a Visa card or whatever, at $100 or $50 for cancer patients to help them cover their costs. And so she provided me $100 card every few weeks to cover my gas costs. And that's how I got to my doctor's, to my appointments. Without her, I couldn't have done it because I
I'm
couldn't get any help at all.
I'm looking over here. Kim M says she's had breast cancer and it was 82,900 for 2 months of treatment. Wow. You know, I have someone else I'm going to interview that her cancer treatments basically bankrupted her. But
Well, mine did not. I mean, I owed a lot of money after the breast cancer wasn't the worst because I decided not to have a kidney removed, and it's more difficult to have a portion of your kidney taken off.
mhm.
So it was a very long surgery, and I think I owed between five and 6,000. But I only stayed 3 days because the minute I woke up, I made them get me up out of bed, and I walked every 2 or 3 hours. I made them take me around the corridors, no matter how much pain I was in. And I left in 3 days. They were amazed.
It is crazy, crazy that people in this country at in their 70s have to go to such extraordinary, whether you're living in a van, sticks and bricks, whatever, such extraordinary measures to get treatment, to get help. I'm at the point that I really, you know what? As they say, the cavalry is not coming. The
No,
cavalry is not coming.
they
We
don't care.
no, the cavalry is too busy gorging themselves or doing something else. I don't know, but at some point, I think we are going to have to decide enough is enough. We need to band together and do something to help each other
Yeah.
because, again, the cavalry's not coming. You know, you'll be massacred waiting for the cavalry to
No,
come.
you have to. I truly believe you have to help yourself and anyone else that you personally can. My doctor bent over backwards to make sure I was taken care of. Those are the kinds of people you have to have in your community. You
Yes,
know, who have things that can help you. You
and
know,
have a
that
heart to
have a
help.
heart.
You know,
Yes.
because so many of the people who are in positions of power, as I was saying the other day when I went on my kind of mini rant, you know, the people who have the ability, the authority, and the power to help don't have the heart or the will to help. It's the people, isn't it crazy? Because I was looking at and talking to someone who does these bell ringing and things, you know, at Christmas, and different people were telling me that where they receive the most donations for poor people is in the poor neighborhoods. In the more wealthy neighborhoods, the donations are almost. I'm just like, you know, I'm just stupefied where people who have the most ability to help often have the least will or desire to do so. So
And it's true. These agencies, I worked for two different nonprofits. I was an accountant, and they needed help, and I was always went in to clean up their messes. What I saw and how they spent the money and what they did, I will never donate to anyone again.
Well,
And I left
Tim
both places.
Tim over at Mo Bang for the Buck says they spend more on the cavalry that come to help than the people that actually need help. You know that is
Yes,
so true, Tim. That is
yes.
so true. Well,
Homelessness is such a big money business.
it
It will
is. It
never stop
is.
because they make so much money off of it. They pay all these salaries. I mean, it's such a big money maker for them that
All
the
these
homeless can
directors,
stay on the street.
all these directors of programs, all of these, they were talking about some program that was getting, I think, they were getting millions to feed people,
Yes,
and they were giving them moldy food that was, they were
yes,
probably getting it from some
yes.
source where it was being thrown out,
It
and
was
they were,
being thrown out.
yeah, and they were pocketing the rest. There are so many people becoming millionaires off this homeless, um the
Yes.
homeless funding that never, only millions go in, and it goes into like a sieve, and by the time it comes out to the homeless, it's a drip, because it's all been siphoned off before it got to them,
And I'll tell you, we talk about this, but I'm going to say one thing. I'm so impressed with the churches. Of all the agencies, all the governments, the churches are doing more for the homeless than anyone else.
Some churches,
Some churches, not every church,
some,
but some.
I have, a church that I recently did an interview with, um is a very small church. I attended a couple of their services. There weren't even 30 people in the services, but they were very small congregation. But every week they feed the homeless. Every week
Mhm,
they give clothing. They were the ones that allowed the little cottage, tiny little cottages to be built
mhm,
on their property for
mhm,
single moms, homeless moms. I did approach a couple of larger churches, I mean, that have multi-million
mhm,
dollar budgets, to see about using their parking lots and space, acreage that was not being used. And both of them talked about, oh, there was they were concerned about insurance issues and blah, blah, blah. Why did this other little church, they weren't concerned about insurance issues. They had a parking area that was not being used, and they donated or gave it up to use. So
mhm,
again, it's the will. Now, there are some churches, I will say, doing some really wonderful work, but there are some other ones that are, I think, again, sometimes the more wealthy the church, the less connected, and the more they don't want to be connected with people who are not like them. Some churches are very insular in that they only want to be around people who are like them, who are of the same income level, same education level. But that's so anti what the church is supposed to be about. You're supposed to be reaching out into
mhm.
the community. But don't get me on a rant about that, because I could go off on that too. But
I'm just
Lindy,
saying,
can you
Carol,
share?
they have too much to lose. The poor give more because we don't have that much to lose.
Isn't that something? Nomadic Rat Pack says, I want to sell my house this spring, but I've recently been diagnosed with cancer. I'm so sorry to hear that, Nomadic. And if I lose my medical from being on disability, all the money from my home goes towards my medical.
No, no, no. Do
They
something.
turn,
There's got to be a family member or something you can give the money to. Something.
but they have it so down, Pat. They almost turn you into having to be a criminal
Yes.
in order to, I mean, I'm not going to start, but it's a terrible system, but let me say, look at some of these comments. But I would like, Lindy, could you please share your YouTube channel, because you're trying to get monetized and start making even a few $100s a month on YouTube, so that you can stop working, because you've been working like over 40 hours during the holiday, because anything extra, you want to go to RTR, so you had to earn extra and work extra to do that. So if you can
Yeah.
help you get your YouTube channel going, so that can generate even a little, and I'm going to encourage you to start a Patreon on your YouTube. And
Okay.
can you share your YouTube channel with everyone? Can everyone go over, and if you're not already subscribed to Lindy, subscribe, and could you share her out and just get the word out? We want to get Lindy monetized. What is your channel again?
It's Lava Lindy's Awesome Van Adventure.
Now, is it L period, LA period V, or just lava?
L period A period V period A period.
So
Lindy's
Lindy's
Awesome
awesome van life.
Van Adventure.
Lindy's awesome van adventure. So it's lava and then the words after that. Lindy's
Right,
awesome van adventure. Okay.
right.
So go over to lava, Lindy's awesome van adventures, watch it, run through, do her whole playlist, comment on it, like, let's get my anniversary is February 13th. Before that date, let's see if we can't. That'll be my anniversary present. Let's get Lindy monetized by that date. But
What's your anniversary? What year is it?
it'll be my 3rd year on, I think it'll be year 3 on YouTube. Let's see,
3?
year 3. It'll be the start of my
Okay.
3rd year. So give me a present, if you would, by subscribing to Lindy and getting her monetized. That would be the best gift I could ever get. So
Thank you, Carol.
you know, so you're gonna leave in a few moments to go over to work.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
So we're gonna let Lindy go on and get ready because she's gonna be at work at 4 o'clock. Lindy, thank you so much for coming
And
up.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you. We'll see you in Quartzsite.
Yes, you will.
You're earned enough of your job to pay for gas to go to
Yep.
Quartzsite.
Yep.
All right.
I
So
did.
there, and hopefully maybe you'll even be on a panel. We'll try and get you on a panel
Okay.
over there. All right.
Okay.
See you
Thanks,
later.
Carol.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Oh my goodness. What a lovely woman. What a horror tale about some of the things that she's had to go through. That it's not only her though, it is each and every senior who is in a challenging situation financially. But let me go over here. Unoffendable says, when churches wear homeless like a badge for bragging rights, there are some good ones out there. People use religion as a disguise. Sorry, don't get me started. Dash almost went there. Yeah, I know. They're everyone who claims to be something isn't always that. But you can tell, what do they say? You can tell what kind of tree it is by the fruit that it bears. So that's what, don't go by what they're saying. What are they doing? Gypsy R says she subscribed. Thank you. 3 generations is love you, Lindy. Happy New Year. Valerie says, parking lots north, south, east, and west of all major cities, picnic tables, coin-operated showers, and security guards. Easy. It really is. But do you know I'm still working on trying to get a parking lot in Oceanside, California? Oh, no, I haven't forgotten, and I haven't given up. But, I mean, Vegan 3 says she's doing amazing for 75, isn't she? And had 2 cancers, breast and kidney. She's, like Red said, she is a trooper. Bee's Knee says, hey, all, happy New Year's Eve. Hello, Lindy. Sorry they're not helping you like they should. This is a great topic that needs to see the light of day. Yes, it does. It really does. But you know what? I'm going to, next week on the live, I'll spend more time. But, talking about really having a purpose-driven life. And I truly believe that I have came late in life, but I think I've done so many things and had so many causes, but I think really I have found really my true purpose, no matter how long it's going to be. I don't know how long, but we'll see how long it will be. But one of the holy says, oh, I missed that. What does it say? Some churches are helping, but others are too busy lining their pockets. True. Vegan 3 says some states are better than others. That's true also, because there's some states, Jessica, my daughter, is on the autism spectrum. There's some states that have a lot of services for autistic kids and some don't. Who is that said, I missed that? Let me go back over there. Just subscribe to Lindy's. Oh, Caroline Hannah, thank you. Just subscribe to Lindy's YouTube. Thank you. Esther Stevens says, thank you. One of the holy says, we were talking about this while in California. We were. We have been talking about a lot of stuff. Hey, Lisa, Outdoor Dash Travels, how was your Christmas with your kids? I bet it must have been fabulous. Lisa's going to be out in courtside, and she is going to be working with me on my on my technical stuff. Poor Lisa. Mo Bang was saying, poor Lisa. But hopefully I will learn at least 3 new skills by the time I leave courtside. And Lisa will maybe have drunk herself into a stupor dealing with me. That may be the only way she can cope with trying to teach me technical stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Uh Red says Lindy's at 694. Let's get her to at least 700 before this live ends. Oh, yes, yes, yes. And let's get her to 1,000 and get her monetized. Would that not be a cool, cool thing to do? And she can start earning a little bit of money, get a Patreon going, and she can not be at 75, having survived 2 cancers, having to work, just work crazy, crazy, and she was telling me too about, I don't know if Lindy wants me to share this, but so I won't go into detail. But someone was at her job, really posed kind of it wasn't one of the workers, it was a customer, was crazy, got crazy with her and followed her. I mean, so we need to get her monetized so she can just focus on YouTube and maybe do some traveling. Wouldn't that be nice if she could start doing some traveling? Mo says, I'm sorry, but the homeless numbers speak for itself how this system fails. Yeah, it does. It really does. Valerie says people need to get out of the Pete. I'm not sure. I'm not understanding that. Sorry, I'm not so quick on the draw sometimes, Valerie. I'm missing that. Who is it? Says you have better insulation than she does. Hold on. I'm messing up on these comments because once I go back, it messes up. Oh my goodness. Nomadic Rat Pack says, Glow, is there any chance you will be at the O23? Probably not. I probably won't be there, Nomadic Rat Pack. Any chance you're going to be at Quartzsite? I'd love to see you at Quartzsite. I'm going to be having a meetup from the 18th to the 20th. So those 3 afternoons and evenings. And then on the 21st, a birthday bash, a 70th birthday bash. So I would love to see you there, Nomadic Rat Pack. Hopefully you'll be able to make it and keep us posted in what is happening. You said you were diagnosed with cancer. Keep us posted on your treatments and how things are going. And, at the end, we're going to take some prayer requests, and we will take yours too, Nomadic. So you've got to family support here. So Red says, Outdoor Dash Travels. I did edit another video yesterday. Woohoo! So Red edited another video at one of my meetup in June. Was it June or July? In Julian in San Diego County. Lisa gave us a little session and hey, got all of us going. And she gave me a private session, so that helped me. So now I'm editing my videos. But had a little problem today, but I finally got it up. Vegan 3 says, I hear RVs are pretty cheap. Insurance outside of California has to be better though. I haven't heard that RVs are pretty cheap, Vegan 3, but I anticipate that with interest rates, ones at dealers and stuff will be going down. Even other ones will be going down for people who have to finance them. There's not going to be as many people qualifying. So people are going to have to, typically when interest rates go up, prices of homes, RVs, mobiles, and everything else go down because people can't qualify for them with the high interest rates. So they have to lower the prices usually so people can qualify. So maybe that's what you're talking about, but I haven't seen RVs really cheap. But if you've seen some cheap ones and know where to get them cheap, let us know, because there's probably plenty of people who will be on this live or watching it that would love to know. Vegan3 says okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Rayleigh Creative Travel saying hello. Hello. I haven't seen you in a minute. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Feminim. Hello. I hope I got that right. Oh my goodness. Kay Williamham. Hey, says Happy New Year, big sister. Hey, Kay, hello. My baby sister, actually cousin, but we call her baby sister, is here. Kay Willingham. Hello, hello, and welcome, welcome. This is their first time on. About time. But uh oh my goodness. I'm trying to get these comments. I'm missing someone. I jump. Feminem says, just heard that Riverside County in California has totally eliminated that for veterans. It shows it can be done. What did they eliminate for veterans? I'm missing something here. Sylvia says, I emailed you last week. Respond when you have a moment. Okay, I will go back and check. Sylvia, I literally get dozens, and sometimes if I do something a little bit off the wall, I'll get 100 emails. So I will go back. I don't know if I'll go back and check, Sylvia, but I will get back with you, Sylvia. I will. You have to remind me, because even if I read the email and I'll plan to answer it, I will go through so many dozens more and I will forget. So thank you, Sylvia, for reminding me. I will go and check that. And I'll try and do it today, because I don't check my email or do any of that kind of business on Sunday. I may go on someone's live to say hi, but I don't do anything related to my business on Sundays. Hey, Linda, currently in Texas, says, Lisa, wait for me. Hey, you guys are both in Texas. You could go out, caravan out to Arizona. Carolyn Hannah says, I think she means the church pews. Oh, okay. Rayleigh Creative Travel says, Troy didn't realize that. Praying for you, buddy. Yes. We are definitely praying for Nomadic Rat Pack. Vegan says, we need universal basic income. It's way too late for anything else. We need something. And I think that at least medication should be capped at a certain price for seniors. For seniors and folks below a certain income level, I think it should be capped. And I think some other things should be done also. But, that's just what I think. Crafty Traveler says, I will be leaving North Carolina on the 3rd and heading up to Q. Will arrive on the 7th. Okay, Crafty Traveler, I hope to see you there. I haven't decided exactly when I'm going to go. I'm going to give Lisa a call and see when she's getting there, because I want to spend a couple days with her, maybe before the women's RTR, but I do want to attend at least part of the women's RTR and meet some other women, so I do plan on being at the women's RTR, and have a number of people that I'm going to be meeting up with there even before my meetup. Nomadic Rat Pack says, Glow, the queue is not looking good for us. My preparation time for getting there on vehicle and trailer was eaten up by my father being on hospice. Oh my goodness. Nomadic, you are really going through it. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear about your dad. Oh my goodness. Well, let us know how things are going, because we want to know, and we're concerned and care, and do keep, my email, gloriouslifeonwheels@gmail.com. So hit me up on Gmail, let me know, and let us know. Come on the lives and let us know how you're doing. Kitty Hut Adventures says, just subscribe to Lindy and you. Nice of you to help her. Oh, thank you, Kitty Hut. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm just so excited to get her to 1,000 and get her monetized. Oh my goodness, that will be, I am going to, I don't know what I'm going to do. I'll have to do something special that day, because I'm so excited about that. Tim at Mobang. Oh, Michelle says, I just subscribed to her channel. Looks like 752 subscribers. Oh my goodness. Oh, we may even get her to 1,000 before the end of this live. But if not the end of the live, anyone coming on watching this live, You know what to do. You know what to do. Go on over there. Oh my goodness. And I'm going to try and work with her a little bit when we get to courtside to see about her getting some videos. She's got some videos, she said, in the can that are ready to go. So, and Lisa, maybe you can work with her a little bit to, because I'm thinking she might need some technical help. But she said she has someone who's willing to do some of that help for her. So I know I'm missing all kind of comments. I'm sorry, folks. I don't usually do this, but whew. Vegan 3 says, how much does Crafty pay? What is Crafty? I'm not sure. See, I'm missing all kind of stuff, guys. I'm missing all kind of stuff. Red says, Bees Knees, I don't have a trailer yet. I have my Toyota RAV4 hybrid, though. I'm going to look into renting a trailer down there or somewhere on the way down there. Yeah, your RAV4 hybrid gets great mileage. Oh, my goodness. That is, oh, I wish I got that kind of mileage, Red. Michelle71 has been a Glow subscriber for a while, but this is my first live. This community is amazing. Welcome. Well, we will greet you again at the end, Michelle, but welcome in. Glad that you came to a live. We are a crew here every Saturday at 3:00. We get together. You know, Graham's missing. I'm gonna have to find out where old Graham is. But the crew is here. One of the holy, my sister in love, Amy, says, Michelle, welcome to our first live. Kitty Hut Adventure says RV prices have soared since the pandemic. That is true. You know, that's why Cheap RV Living with Bob Wells, they used to donate complete minivans that were completely outfitted, the van, the outfitting, and everything. The prices doubled they more than doubled. Some of them even tripled on those used minivans. So that's why they went to people bringing your own vehicle, and then they would outfit your vehicle, because the prices, even on minivans, more than doubled. I couldn't believe it when I went to check on something at my bank. My van, this is crazy. My van, just the van, not as an RV, but my van, I bought it in 2018. It's worth a whole lot more now, just the van, not the build, but the van, than when I bought it. Is that crazy or what? I mean, go. Oh, I take it back. It wasn't my van. It was the other van. It was a 2017, and it was worth about 10 to 12,000 more than when it was brand new. Is that crazy? And I was talking to someone at the credit union. She said a dealer offered, even for her car, offered her something like 15,000 more for her car than she paid for it, but she wanted to keep her car. But yeah, so it's not just RVs and vans. I guess it was the supply shortage and just, you know. But Red says, yes, I've been praying for you about that, Troy, and I'm glad I stopped to see you and met him in July. Oh, how cool is that? You got to meet Troy's dad in July. Oh, Red, that's crazy. That's good. Crafty Traveler says, I could use some help with subs too. I have 767 subs now. Hey, folks, Crafty Traveler could use some love. Go over and you're at 767. 1,000 is not knocking at the door for both of these ladies. Go over and check out Crafty Traveler. Let's get them both to 1,000. That'll be my anniversary present from you guys, getting both Crafty Traveler and Lindy to 1,000 by February 13th or before. We don't need it. Actually, before that's over 2 months away. No, it's almost 2 months and a half, a little over a month, but surely we can do that. Surely. Bee's Knees says, the American people deserve so much better. The reason we have so many billionaires is theft of our tax. Yeah. Austerity is theft. Big corps like Amazon, Tesla aren't even paying taxes. You know, a lot of these big corporations don't pay any taxes. That's true. That is so true. They figure out ways to avoid it. Vegan 3 said, I see ads for RVs at 45K. They're rentals they offload. A guy down the road says you can finance for a long time. The only problem with financing for a long time is you're going to end up paying, instead of 45K, you'll pay 90K, depending on how long you finance it. And you get in a situation where you could end up owing more on the vehicle than it's worth. And that's not a situation I would like to be in. But hopefully they're coming down. Oh, CTV says she's almost at 780. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Vegan 3 says it's lava, and don't forget the periods. That's right. It's L period, A period, V period, A period. Lindy's awesome van adventure. Oh my goodness. Pumpkin Pie says many cities reduced veterans homelessness to what's called functional zero. What's functional zero? When there's political will, there is a way. Housing is a human right. Thanks for shining a light on this. So many cities. Wow. I have to look and see what those cities did, because whatever they did, it could certainly be duplicated, I would think. Oh my goodness. Oh, Michelle is thanking you all for a warm welcome. Gail is saying hello from Strucamento. I'm guessing you're talking about Sacramento. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Red says it does. I'm loving my Rav. I named her Snow White. Oh my goodness. Now who are the dwarfs? the little men that go with Snow White. Oh my goodness. Oh, own a journey. Subscribe to Love It. Thank you. Caroline Hannah, your first live too. Welcome. We're gonna give you all a glow welcome at the end, so don't go away. Linda, currently in Texas, says, Lisa, I missed the meetup last year. No, Van, is there a map to the meetup camp place? Well, we're going to go out and scout it out. First, we're going to the women's RTR. After the women's RTR, we're going to scout out the meetup location and let everyone know the coordinates. I don't know how to do those coordinates. So after the women's RTR, I will announce it on my channel. I'll do a video and let you know what the coordinates, let everyone know what the coordinates are. So, because we'll have to secure a spot and kind of, so get it all set up. But I'll let you know. My plan is to be off Plamosa Road in Quartzsite. So that's on the road. I think it's Highway 95 going in the direction of Parker. And it's about, maybe 4 miles out of town. And then you make a right onto Plamosa Road and it'll be over in that area. And that's where we were last year also. Kitty Hut Adventure says, yes, necessary medicines need to be capped for seniors. Absolutely. Well, you know what? I wanted this on this live to have you guys, my sister-in-law and my other sister-in-law in Oakland came up with this at Christmas. After dinner was over, we were all sitting around the table, still talking. And she wanted us all to come up with a word that was our word for the new year. And then we're going to check midway through the year to see how we're progressing on that word. And then we're going to all get together again Christmas next year and see. So I would like each and every one of you to say a word that's going to be your word for the new year. My word, I actually took 2 words. My words were peace. I just want peace and calm in my home for New Year's. I have a teenager, so do I need to say anything more? I want peace, and I also want flourish. I want to flourish in every area, in the goals that I'm setting, to flourish so that I can be a blessing to others, to flourish so I can get Glowhaven started, and do a little drop in the bucket towards helping people who are in a worse situation. So, okay. Oh, Tommy Barnes said, first live and subscribe to both ladies. Thank you. I'm sorry, Tammy Barnes. Even with glasses, I'm having a problem. That's bad. Tammy Barnes. Thank you, Tammy. Thank you so much. Nora says, LOL, Amy. Oh my goodness. Caroline Hannah says, I'm still here. Thanks. Okay. All right. And Bee's Knees said, did you manage to get your mom affordable housing? More bang for your bucks. Oh, Tim, were you looking for affordable housing for your mom? Our government is squeezing out the middle class. Yes. There's not, Tim said it earlier, there's not going to be a middle class anymore. There's going to be super rich and very poor. The middle class is being squeezed and squeezed and squeezed as the poor get poor and the rich get richer, and the gap for middle class is getting smaller and smaller, and pretty soon it's going to be two levels. You're either very wealthy, look at all the money. I am just floored by how many millions and billions of dollars that a lot of people made during the pandemic. While people were suffering, going broke, didn't have housing, losing housing because they couldn't get rent from renters, and losing their jobs, restaurants closing down, the whole 9 yards, there were billionaires were getting richer. Billionaires were getting richer. The people who needed it the least were growing the most financially. Isn't that crazy? Isn't that something? There used to be a saying that I heard when I was growing up: God bless the child who has his own. I'm telling you, it's just really something. But Tim, so what's happening? Tim, were you looking for affordable housing for your mom, and did you get it? Caroline Hannah says, when is the women's RTR? My understanding is that it starts on the 7th of January. So if you go over to the Home on Wheels Alliance, they have information about HOWA is the initials, but it's Home on Wheels Alliance, and they also have a Facebook page. So now I was a little confused though, because they said that the RTR was going to be in the same place that it was last year, which was at this ballpark across from the police station in Quartzsite. But it sounded like they were saying that the women's RTR was going to be there, but the women's RTR was where women were camping together. So I'm going to have to reach out to Sue Ann and try and get some information, because that was a little bit confusing. Because usually it's out near Bose, which is down way at the other end of Plamosa Road. So I'm going to check that out and see. But it starts on the 7th of January, Caroline. Feminem says, if it's not a lottery system going on a new project, you can get into the apartment within the year. I did it in Santa Barbara. I'm on another list in a really fancy county. How did you do that, Feminem? Share that with us. Mo Bang says she did in 5 years in a very rundown neighborhood. Oh my goodness. 5 years. 5 years. Some people don't have 5 years, you know? Oh my goodness. Okay, Kay says my word is peace and joy for the new year. Okay. Oh, Tammy says her word is transformed. Wow, I like that. Peace and joy. Ah, just seen it. Says their word, just seen it. Your word is Glowhaven. Oh, thank you. That probably should be my word too. Glowhaven. Yes, yes. Thank you. Feminem says, Mobang, I will get a call within 6 months. Will be my choice if I take it. Now we're not talking if they do a lottery. You got to do the research, and the subject is complicated. Okay, yeah. Oh, Shazam says their word is uplift. Just seen it. Also says peace and courage. Courage. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. Just seen it. Seen it. One of the traits, other than kindness, that I respect almost more than anything else in a person is courage. The courage to tell the truth when it's hard to tell it, the courage to stand up when no one else will stand up, the courage when no one else will speak up and something wrong is going on. Courage. Oh yeah, courage. That's a great one. Bees niece says, I slept in it at Carol's meetup in July, but oh yeah, you weren't very comfortable in that, Rob. You need a trailer, Red. You were not very comfortable in there. Crystal Magringa says, totally blessed. Kristen Smith says, peace. Nomadic Rat Pack says, glow. Could run this all day if we had our way. I tell you, Nomadic. My words, CTV says, my words are thriving over surviving. That's a good, I like that phrase. Yes. Sometimes we just strive to survive, but how about striving to thrive, not just barely making it, but thriving, flourishing. Just yes, yes. Uh Lisa from Outdoor Dash Travel says joy for all. Yes, yes. And Silka says, what is Glowhaven? I'm going to say, I'll tell you real quickly, Silka. I want to buy some property and set it up where I have maybe two or three, maybe little tiny houses made from shed conversions, nothing fancy, about 3 or 4 pads where an RV can go, and a couple of just dry camping spots where people, particularly older women, seniors who are on the road, just need a break, can't afford apartments, but for whatever, something's come up and just need a break off the road, because living on the road full time, even if you choose to do it, can be hard if you're traveling all the time trying to find a place to park. And so many cities have made it impossible to find parking, and they tow you or ticket you. So I'd like to have something, a Glowhaven, where people could come, get a break for a little while, not live permanently, maybe have a manager there that lives permanently, but get a break for a while and then go back on the road. Get a sense of community. I like it to be kind of in a semicircle where there would be porches and people, the front would face, so people could come out if they want and visit with each other. Maybe have a center round fireplace where there could be a fire pit and people can come out. Maybe even a little outdoor kitchen where people can just have a sense of community. That's what Glowhaven in my mind, and that's what I'm seeing, Silka. Mo Bang says, Santa Barbara is a rich county that took care of its citizen. Wow. Try LA and Orange County. It's a whole different ball of wax. You got that right. Try Alameda County. Oh, you want to see something really sad? Try that county. Vegan 3 says, a teenager. Holy cow. Yes. I adopted my great niece when I was 50 years old and she was an infant. Woo, buddy. That's all I can say. Oh my goodness. Feminine says, Mobang, I did it in Santa Barbara in the town of Solvang. Wow. And I'm on a wait list. We'll get a call in 6 months to one of the richest towns. Well, good for you, Feminine. Good for you. Red is saying, CTV, those are great words. Bee's Knee said, my word is accountability. We need to hold the patriarchy accountable for deliberate crimes against the American people. We need to get the root of U.S. corruption because it's killing us, the regular people. Yeah, regular people are having a hard time. That is true. Accountability. I think accountability is a good. Miss Net says, my words are healthy and giving back. I like those, Miss Net. I like those. So we got to go through. I want all of you to write your words down, because next New Year's Eve, maybe let's say this December, in June, let's have a live and we'll all go over and say what and how we've manifested our words. Let's do that. Let's do a checkpoint halfway through the year. Debbie Johnson says, one word, change. Okay, that's a good word. Michelle 71 says, government is squeezing out middle class. Yep, there's no question about that. Annie and Spin said, simplify and finish will be my 2 words. I need to simplify my current chaotic life, and I need to finish the things I've already started. Those are good words, Annie. Simplify. I need to simplify and finish. And I'm good for starting something but not finishing. So those are great words, Annie and Spins. Regina says, my word is transformation. Okay, what are you transforming, and what are you transforming, Regina? And you subscribe to both channels. Thank you, Regina. Outdoor Dash Travel says, Silka, a place for tiny homes and van dwellers to live. Well, not really live permanently, to just rest for a bit and then move on, but to come get a rest when they need it. Because when the pandemic hit, van lifers, nomads were in terrible condition because everywhere was cracked down. A lot of BLM land was closed. Forestry camps were closed. Things were just chaotic and people had nowhere to go. So, that's what I would like to, a haven, for just a haven. When you think of the word haven, it's a place where you come and just can take a breath for a while. Red says, I think Red's word is focus. I need to stop losing my focus, but I love peace also. Great word, Carol. Okay. Valerie says, Mo Bank Section 8 voucher allows you to go anywhere that accepts it. That's true, Valerie, but let me just say this. It's very hard to find decent housing on Section 8. Very hard. It's also, there's time limits. And when you get past your time limit, if you haven't found a place, they'll take your voucher away. But it's very hard. And when rents are really high, landlords tend to, I know this, I can speak to this, landlords tend to not want to do Section 8 because not everyone who's on Section 8, but there are a lot of people who do Section 8 who will tear the heck up out of your property. And used to be that Section 8, the program would compensate you for damage. No more. They will not compensate you for damage done by tenants. And oftentimes the damage is way past the deposit. It's into the thousands. So that's why fewer and fewer landlords are on Section 8, and it's hard to find a Section 8 property. And oftentimes, if you do find one, it's in dismal, atrocious condition in a neighborhood that you're afraid to go out of your house. So yeah, there is Section 8. The other thing is, it can take, I know people who've been on Section 8 lists for 5 years. It can take 8 years to get on the list. It can I'm sorry, it can take several years to get even on the list, because when the lists close, they're open for only a very short period, and it takes a long time to get on the list, and then a long time. So it can be 10 years since you get on the list, or waiting to get on the list. So there are a lot of problems with that. Keeping Up with Colorado says greed is sickening. Yes, it is. It is. All right. Anyone else have a word that they want to give? Elon just lost 200 billion. Oh, he's got plenty more. I don't think he needs to worry about 200 billion. To him is like $20 to us. I mean, it's all relative. But I have to say, he's not my favorite person, so I'm not really feeling a whole lot for him. All right. Anyone else have any words before we Nora says it's always been that way, Carol. The rich know how to use the system. That's true. And they know how to let their money make more money while they sleep. So true. So true. Okay. Kitty Hut Adventures. My is make do. That is two. No. Okay. Okay, Kitty, I'm not going to say you can't have that word make do, but we just talked about thriving instead of surviving. So I'm encouraging you to maybe consider changing it from make do to, I don't know, make excellent. I don't know, but I'm not really feeling make do. But if that's your word, words, you get to have them. But I would hope that it would be thriving. Let me just say that. So you're probably mad at me, Kitty Hut, but that's okay. But I want the best for you. I want the very best for you. Mo Banks says, I know very well how Section 8 works. You have to find an apartment that you can afford with your fixed income. Yeah. And you have to find someone who's willing to rent, and you have to be able to be on the list. Good luck with that. Wow. Vegan 3 says Solvang is only a 6-month wait. Bay Area is years, and I refuse to live in 300 square feet with all those rules. Yeah, there are a lot of rules. All right. Feminine says new projects on a property management on the new property management website. Look for new projects. Okay. All right. Caroline says, thanks. I found the information. It starts on the 7th, which is my birthday. Oh, well, you have to come celebrate your birthday with me on my birthday on the 21st, Caroline. All right. Amy says her word is success. And my sister-in-law, Amy, I wasn't going to announce it today, but she has a hot sauce that she is making, and she brought samples of it to Christmas. And I tell you, it is off the chain. We're going to be talking about that hot sauce soon. She's going to be a hot sauce or she already is a hot sauce entrepreneur, but I'm telling you, it is fabulous. I mean, fabulous. And I do know something about cooking, just a little bit, and it is good. But we'll be talking more about that more. But yours is a success, and you are going to be a success with that hot sauce, Amy. I'm telling you. All right. Debbie Johnson says, why are houses so big these past decades? We need to go back to smaller and tiny. Nothing is no longer affordable for middle or low class, no low income. You're right. Yeah, you don't really need a huge house. In fact, I would actually downsize from my house, but I'm on Prop 13. And for those of you who aren't in California, let me tell you real briefly what Prop 13 is. And I think we could do the same thing that they did in Prop 13. It was Jarvis and a group of people. What was happening in California, and it's happening in Chicago and in a lot of other areas. I talked to friends in other areas in Illinois and Illinois rather. And what was happening is you had people in their 70s. Again, it seems seniors are always at the end of the stick, but they had homes that were paid off. Paid off. They'd spent 30 years or however long paying off their homes, and the property taxes were increasing, so they were just going crazy with increases in property taxes, that these seniors were ending up in retirement with property tax bills that were larger than their mortgages had ever been. So seniors were being forced out of their homes, forced to sell their homes because they couldn't afford the property tax. So citizens revolted. Citizens got together and got a Proposition 13 passed. And what Proposition 13 did was it limited the amount that taxes could be increased based on people who owned their homes at a certain point. So I think it was 1.5%, because like in California, it's a crazy kind of real estate place. You can have, I know someone who was in a home for, I think it was 18 months. They sold the home, and I'm sure they made at least at least $1 million on the sale. Plus they were offered 500,000 over what the highest bid was on that. I mean, so you can buy a house, and depending on where it is, what the market is, that house can double in value in 1 year. So let's say you bought a $500,000 house and you're paying taxes on a $500,000 house. The next year, you could be paying taxes on $1 million house, and your taxes could double. So it capped it. So you have people who bought homes maybe in the early 70s that might have cost them 30, 40, $50,000, if that much, maybe 20,000. Those homes now, the tax bills on those homes would be around $20,000 per year. But under Prop 13, which limited the increase to taxes to, I think, 1 or 1.5% per year, some of those people are paying maybe $3,000 or $4,000 a year in property taxes versus 20,000 or more. So that's what Prop 13 is, and that's why a lot of people aren't moving, and that's why I don't know. I don't want to move and have to pay outrageous property taxes that would be more than my mortgage. So anyhow, all right. I'm sorry to go on that rant, but I was trying to explain. But I think my point is, I think citizens banded together and got that prop passed. If citizens got together and banded together and got some other things on the ballot and passed that would help seniors, I think there could be some changes done. But anyhow, all right. I know there's a lot of comments. Oh, Caroline says her word is growth. I want to grow in so many areas. That's fabulous. Fabulous, Caroline. All right. Can anyone who is your first time, that includes you, Caroline, everyone else, if it's your first time in here, and oh my gosh, we've gone way over, but if it's your first time in here, can you put a number 1? Because I want everyone in the live to greet you and say hello. So if it's your first time in here, can you put a number 1? A number 1. Caroline says her word is I'm sorry. Mo Bang says, oh, okay, never mind. I'm confused. All right, anyone hey, I'm 70 now. I'm entitled to be confused from time to time. Um, oh, I gotta tell you guys a story. You guys will laugh. But anyone with number one, come on, put up some number one so we can greet you. And Mary Height says her word is abundance. Great word. Great word. Uh Unoffendable says ape. I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure about that, unoffendable. But oh, agape. Agape, okay. Agape, okay. So love. That's a great word, unoffendable. That's a great word. Quick story. While I'm waiting for people, number one, I know Caroline's number one in the house. Michelle, 71. Everyone is, I think, said hello to Michelle and Caroline, but anyone else, number one, we were on a trolley in San Francisco this past week during the Christmas week, and there's big signs all over in the front seats that said these seats are reserved for elderly and handicapped, right? Well, there's this guy that's like 30 sitting in the seat. So I'm standing there, and the bus, the trolley, because he says, "Ma'am, I need you to move back. I need you to move back." And he's being kind of aggressive. I said, "Well, sir, I'm waiting for someone who's not a senior to get up from the seat and let a 70-year-old woman sit down." And so the guy, he looks up and he jumps up. He jumps up and goes, "Ma'am, would you like to sit down? Would you like to sit down?" I said, "Yes, I would." And my family's back in the back cracking up, right? Because they're standing up in the back. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to exercise my senior privilege from now on. What do they do? I'm going to exercise that privilege. I thought you guys would appreciate that funny story. Um, Vegan says, I was on a list 10 years ago. They forgot me, never heard from them. I've heard that story over and over, Vegan. I've heard it. Okay. All right. I am going to be, I don't see any more words. Oh, Mo Bang says depend. You are dependable, Mo Bang. You are very dependable. You come through in a clutch every time. Every time. Glowhaven, Linda's currently in Texas. Glowhaven. Thank you, Linda. All right, all right. Nomadic Rad Pack says our words, please make happy tales and share them. Wag wag. All right. Debbie says, great idea, Carol. Feedback in June. Yes. Let's get a feedback. You guys remind me because you know I can get scattered and get involved in a lot of things and forget. But in June, I want us to go back and see how we're doing. Mo Bang says, let's see if Carol can even pay attention to time check. I know, Mo Bang. I know. All right. Time check. Keeping up with Colorado says, my words are love and forgive. I need to work on the forgive. I have to admit that, Colorado. When people do something that harms someone I really care about, I have a hard time forgiving them. I mean, a really hard time. A really hard time. So that is true. Those are good words. All right. Oh, CC Camper Lady says that's a great vision goal, Carol. I pray the doors will open up for you for your haven. I pray that too. All right, everyone. We are going to be heading out. Oh, I hope you guys have the most wonderful New Year's Day, but New Year, and all these words come to fruition. Is there anyone on here that wants to give out a quick prayer request so that we can pray you into the new year, pray these requests into the new year? I am just Valerie says you definitely pay a price for being courageous. You do, but I think it's a worthwhile price. I think it's worthwhile. Um, all right. Nomadic Rat Pack says, Red, thank you. And everybody loves to hear a happy story. All right. Bee's Knee says, is there a way to get this chat besides the screen? Carol, mine is below and then I can't see you. Do you configure this setup or is it something I can adjust? I don't know. I just go on StreamYard and it just goes up. So maybe if you go on to, I don't know what you're watching on. So that may be the problem. Vegan 3 says San Francisco just broke the rain record. I just left there in the nick of time then because I was in San Francisco. Oh my goodness. Oh boy. All right. Well, folks, I love each and every one of you. I am so, Saturdays is one of my highlights of the entire week. Spending the time being able to hear from you, not just doing a video, but actually being able to hear and communicate with you. I just love this day of the week. Saturday is now my favorite day of the week. Um, Michelle, you're in Reading. I just passed. Well, I wasn't in Reading. I have a cousin in Reading. So, in fact, I've got to call him because I want him to help me find the property. I'm putting him on. If I put him onto the task, he will find it. Now he's what in his 80s, but he will find it. He will find it for me. Oh, okay. My mother stayed in the same apartment for 20 years. It's not easy to move with Section 8. Wow. Wow. Uh, Michelle Crafty Traveler says, I'm in North in Willits. They say Willits is a great place to live, Crafty Traveler. I know one guy who just went from Maine to San Diego on Section 8. Wow, I wonder where he is in San Diego. All right, you know what? I'm going to get distracted again, guys. I've got to go. Oh, because I see someone over there that I really want to talk to, maybe interview. So, although it's kind of cold out right now, but I'm put on my warm jacket. And guys, have a wonderful, wonderful new year. And I will see you again next Saturday. And, we will do this again. So I love each and every one of you. If I missed your almost forgot. Anyone on here who has a channel, could you please put a C? A C. So everyone, if you're a content creator on YouTube or Instagram, like Nora Keg for like Arcoda 2001 has Nora Keg on Instagram, could you please put it up a C? And can my moderators drop your links? Because my moderators do a fabulous job on, well, they try to keep me on track, but that's kind of a difficult task. But yes, put a C if you're Lindy is at 806. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness. 806. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You Globies rock. You rock. Oh my goodness. Oh, she's gonna get to 1,000. I know, and well before February 13th. Okay, you guys rock. You have made my day. Starting off the new year with a bang, a good bang. And I'm gonna read a couple more comments and then I'm getting out of here. Feminum says mobang is not easy in certain places, but it can be done. Just saw an article on a woman in Washington moved to Honolulu. Wow, wow. Let's see. Um, okay, unoffendable. I got that. Agape. Okay. Tammy Jones says soaring. Good one. Soaring. Like that. Okay. Red says yes. Yes. Thriving. Kitty Hut Adventures. Nora is saying agape is a lovely word. Love. It is. Sylvia Torres says, you're so right, Mo. After a while, the landlord want to get rid of you. It depends. If you have a good tenant, you don't want to get rid of me. Get rid of them. Take it from me. I know if you have a good tenant, you want to keep them forever. And you won't even raise their rent just to keep them because you don't feel like going through the hassle. One of the holies says, thanks, Carol, for the shout out. Oh, hey, I'm going to be cooking something using that hot sauce. And we're going to, boy, I'm going to be doing more cooking in 2023 on my channel. Feminine says, off the chain like it. I know. How could they close BLM land? Well, they have a lot of BLM land that they have closed down, Valerie. Some of it, I think, because people went in and just trashed it, putting trash and everything. But they have closed some BLM lands for camping. I don't know how they do it, but they've done it. And there have been a lot of reports on that because people will go to places and they'll go online and report that it's closed. One of the holies says, I'm going to be the hot sauce queen. You are. My sister-in-law, Amy, is going to be the hot sauce queen. Okay, I don't see any C's, guys. I don't see any C's. For Vegan 3 says Prop 13 is great. It is. It is. Mo says they have tried to get rid of Prop 13. They have. And I'll tell you what, I will be the first one out on the picket line picketing in Sacramento if they really get a strong. What they've done is in Oakland, what they did was, and this is, they'll figure out a way though to get your money. when my parents died, we eventually I bought their house, but I eventually sold it. But what they did is they initiated a transfer fee. In other words, it used to be maybe $100 to transfer it from one person's name to property to the next. They put a transfer fee of 1.5%. That's right. So if you were transferring a 1.5%, how could it cost thousands of dollars? 1.5% of the sales price was the fee to transfer the property in someone else's name. All that was a way to try and get their money back from Prop 13. But yeah, the scoundrels. But anyhow, hey, Alma, welcome, welcome, welcome. All right, guys. Lisa says, location, location, location. Yeah, that's true. A couple more comments. Bee's niece says, how was that gumbo? Oh my goodness. Amy, how was the gumbo? Because you sampled it. Oh, that was some good gumbo. It was good. I can still, it was good. It was delicious. Bee's niece says, yes, we need affordable housing. Absolutely. Sing it in the streets. Make do meaning that I can make. Oh, okay. I get it. Okay. Kitty Hut Adventures. Okay. Now this is gonna be my closing one. Um, make do that I can make do with less when times are hard and be thankful for what I have. Okay, I didn't understand that, Kitty. That is a great. That under those conditions, make do is wonderful. That we can make do with less. That's a great goal, and be grateful for what we have. On those words, I am going to close because those are wonderful words to close on, Kitty. Make do with less and be grateful for what you have. I think that's a great way to close the year. I have a couple of people. Michelle 71. Everyone go over and give her some glow. We give glow love to our newbies. Virginia Crosby. Okay, Virginia Crosby is new in the house, first time. Lisa Shippard is new in the house. Tommy Jones. Kay Willington, my baby girl there, sister cousin. So let's Michelle, Virginia, Caroline, Lisa, Tommy, and Kay. Can you all go say hello, greet them, give them some Globy love, welcome them to our live, and we want to see you back next week because now you're a Globy, now you're part of the Glow family. I will see you. Oh, I might be in Quartzsite next week. So Lisa from Outdoor Dash Travels, I hope you will have your I very well may be in Quartzsite next week. Woo! So hopefully, technical difficulties. So Lisa has that, what do you call it? That thing that goes to the satellite. So hopefully I'll be using that and be able to do a live next Saturday. But one way or another, if I have to drive all the way back to another town to do it, I'm going to do my live next Saturday. All right. Love you. Happy New Year. Oh, I'm just looking forward to it. Love each and every one of you. May your journeys be filled with joy and blessing, and may this new year bring you an abundance of love, joy, peace, and every good thing. I will see you later. Now I'm going to try and sign off because I always have a problem doing this. But bye, everyone. Love you, love you, love you.